Daniel, your sperm is very good.
Wait, what?
That's what she told me, what? And no, she wasn't flirting. She wasn't smiling either. She said it like someone delivering news of national importance. Like she was proud, like she was impressed, like I should be honored. But let me take you back. Before that moment, my name is Daniel S., born and raised in Ifo, Ogun State. First son of a petty trader and a father I've only seen twice. My whole life was survival, from selling pure water at junctions to washing plates at Mama Nkechi's buka. But I was smart. Smart enough to make it to University of Ibadan. Smart enough to earn a partial scholarship, but smart doesn't buy food, or books, or painkillers when you've been running on fumes for 2 days. So I donated blood. 5,500 naira per pint, twice a month, until the nurse told me, "Young man, your blood is thin. Stop before you collapse and die." I laughed like it was a joke. But that night, when I fainted outside Kenneth Dyke Library, I knew it wasn't funny anymore. My roommate, Uche, final year, big mouth, always chewing gum, he laughed when I told him, "Guy, blood is for amateurs. You know sperm sells more than what you are doing?" I blinked. "You dey joke." I swear down. You go shock. Just carry your ID card and healthy body. Now quick money. I didn't believe him until he showed me a screenshot. 50,000 naira. Just like that. Well, it's because mine is quality, correct one, so it depends on what you carry. My legs started walking before my mind caught up. It sounded wrong, but it also sounded like 50,000 naira per donation. That night, I Googled it on my borrowed MTN midnight data plan. It was real, documented, safe, and they needed donors, healthy, smart, young men from the university, like me. The following morning, I was there. The air in UCH smelled like antiseptic and quiet sorrow. The receptionist, without much fuss, directed me to the fertility and reproductive unit. A nurse welcomed me. Warm, professional, director. She handed me a form. Name, age, last sexual activity, medical history, family background, GPA. I looked up. She nodded. Apparently intelligence matters. They wanted genetic quality. I just smiled. I know I go past that one. I be sharp guy now. Then came the blood sample, genetic screening, semen analysis, followed by a small white collection cup with a blue lid. This is getting serious. They gave me a private room, inside a bottle of hand sanitizer, some jelly-like cream, and 2 laminated photos of women I didn't recognize. No instructions, no pressure, just expectation. I was told results would take 2 days. If I passed, I'd get a silent alert. If not, nothing. And the amount? It would depend on what they found. So I went in, did what I had to do, alone, focused. But I won't lie. The feeling wasn't good. There was no pride in it, no pleasure, just survival, standing between me and 2 more years left of the University of Ibadan. So I went back to my normal activities and started counting 2 days in hours. After 40 hours, I got the money, 80,000 naira. This wasn't just an alert. It was an alarm. What did I even give them? I wasn't sure if I should tell Uche, my roommate, so I kept my distance and my mouth short. I bought food, paid my departmental dues, printed assignments, bought Mama paracetamol, and enough data to video call me on WhatsApp. And every few weeks, I returned. It became part of my life. No shame, no questions, just survival until the 4th visit, when the lab technician smiled and said those things. I can't even repeat them. Gotta beg, ooh. Your sperm say what? Very active key? I laughed nervously. Are you saying someone might use it? She nodded gently. They already have. Anonymity is protected. But just know, somewhere in Lagos or Kaduna or even India or right here in Ibadan, a couple might be holding a child who carries part of you. I froze. All I could say was, Something fluttered in my chest. Not pride, not fear, something in between. But because, for the first time, my body wasn't just mine, it had created something, maybe even someone, a tiny heartbeat, a life I would never meet, but might be out there, breathing, growing, asking questions. I mean, look at me. I'm just a boy trying to feed himself through school. My mother never truly understood education. When I got into the University of Ibadan to study mechanical engineering for 5 years, she frowned and said, "Mechanic, no, they take 5 years. Nah, just follow one for junction. You go, Sabiam in two." How do you explain engineering to a woman who never crossed the gate of a school? And my father? He was a ghost in daylight. He came when I was 4, returned briefly when my younger brother was born, and then vanished, for good. My mom had me and my brother for him. Later, she had 2 girls for another man. No weddings, no commitment, just raw, relentless survival. She raised 4 of us alone, waking before sunrise, balancing baskets of pepper and onions on her head at Kedu Market, fighting through noise, heat, and heartbreak. No man beside her, no rest, no help. So me? I couldn't afford to fail. Even when the image of that laminated photo haunted me after every hospital visit, even when the shame crawled into my chest like cold water, I kept going, because this was about food, about school, about living. But then, something happened. It was a Sunday morning. Uche had graduated, so I finally had the room to myself. I was lying on my mattress, scrolling through WhatsApp statuses, until I saw one that made me freeze. It was a girl in my department. She just attended a naming ceremony. In the photo, a well-dressed woman in her mid-40s, glowing in white lace, beaming as she cradled 2 newborns, wrapped in identical blue and pink shawls, twins. Beside her, standing tall in Agbada, was a man holding the babies with so much pride, it felt like the world had finally paid him back in full. The caption said, "After 15 years of waiting, the Lord gave us double for our shame. Welcome, our miracle twins." I was about to swipe up, but something about the man. I paused, zoomed in. My heart slammed against my ribs. That was my father. I was just looking at him, the man I'd only seen twice in my life, my father. But then, something else caught my eye in the next group photo. A lady. She stood beside the mother holding one of the babies, smiling politely, dressed in red. Wait, what? I leaned in closer. It was her. The sweet nurse from UCH, same gentle eyes, same neat cornrows. The one who handed me the form, took my sample and said, "Strong donors like you change lives." I went dizzy. I stared at that photo. Father, wife, twins. Twins that looked not like him, but like me. No, please, this is delusional. Even my stubborn hairline. Ha! Everything inside me started spinning. I remembered her words again. Just know, somewhere in Lagos or Kaduna, or even right here in Ibadan, a couple might be holding a child who carries part of you, but not just some couple. Him, my father. The man who walked away from my mother, who didn't raise me, who only showed up twice. And now, I snapped back to reality. It wasn't only me who donated. I told myself to calm down. I'd signed the contract. Well, and not that I needed a child of my own. Not now. But anger flared inside me. I kicked the air, then tried to steady myself. So I took a screenshot of that pictures. The next day, I called the lab. "Can I come in for another sperm donation?" No more shame. That one was far gone. "Oh, Daniel, yes, you can come around." She checked her schedule and booked me in right away. That evening, I walked into UCH with a practiced smile. I greeted the nurse, pretty, witty. "Can we have a date after work?" I blurted out. She laughed and said, "Today? Okay, today is fine. I close at 6 p.m. When my appointment finished, I lingered close enough to walk her out. I made small talk, Asked about her dreams. She had said she wanted to go to university and study biochemistry. I can put you through, I offered. No problem, she replied with a warm smile. We went on that date, and another night we even caught a movie together. Slowly she loosened up and began to share. I didn't go to university straight away, she frowned. It was my aunt's useless old husband. He made advances at me, and when I declined, he made sure my aunt didn't send me to the uni. You can keep carrying your family, she would mention every time my sister wanted help. So I ended up studying lab tech at O4 Poly, just O&D. Useless man. He has every disease you can think of. Couldn't even impregnate his own wife. If not for me, she'd never have had her twins. She suddenly paused as if the memory was too sharp. I held her hand. Don't worry, I said gently. You'll still follow your dream. Even me was shocked by what I heard. Even me I shock. And then it clicked. Her sister's my father's wife. So I got even closer to her. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Watch out for part 2.